characters, but some of the rework characters perform offline. I guess we're gonna see Corrin again.
All right, we're getting into this. We are getting into losers top 8. This is to get to losers quarters. Guaranteed 7th right now. Let's see Fluffy the Yoshi versus Jbandrew the Corrin.
So must be the same game plan where I don't think necessarily Banjo struggles against Yoshi, but it's the disjoint normally beats this character type deal. Yoshi tends to struggle against some characters like Crom. Roy kind of, but Roy's sword isn't strong the whole way through, but like Lucina, stuff like that.
Yeah, because priority is fantastic and great, but it's not so great when there's a sword stopping you.
Yeah, when your whole hitbox is also your hurt box, it gets a little rough.
And then also even that air mobility. Yoshi has great mobility, but that's not quite as potent when there's a hitbox that you're running into. And right now, Jband is just doing a fantastic job. 121 to 49, really one straight hit away from taking this. But I may have spoke too soon as Fluffy is trying to carry Jband off the top.
That was a little terrifying if I'm Jband, man. Breathing a sigh of relief that I get to hold on to this stock just a little bit longer. And these two actually have played against each other once before. Oh, gonna lose that stock right there.
That was so ridiculous because Fluffy literally didn't move. Fluffy went for that same option the first time. It didn't work and said, oh, you're gonna wait on the ledge. Let me hit you up, go back to that spot and wait for you to do what you were supposed to do the first time. Fantastic turnaround.
Yeah, that's the thing about this matchup is that like Yoshi against any sort of disjoint sword feels impossible, but once you get those hits in as Yoshi, you are thriving. And that's absolutely what we just saw. Fluffy getting all those hits in, making it work.
I think an up throw probably could have done a little bit better there. I'm kind of interested to know why he went for the 4th, or probably just for stage positioning in general, trying to get some sort of like edge guarding attempt or something like that. But I mean, it is what it is.
I think it was, I mean, down throw, up throw are both basically the exact same. They're really not that great in this game, if my memory serves, unless one got buffed. And with Yoshi being as heavy as they are, Yoshi is at the very least a midweight. I think they're right under 100, which makes them a little more durable than you would think.
You're still playing the guessing game on weights. You are such a brave soul.
Well, we'll see if Fluffy can continue to keep this momentum. I mean, we saw Jbandrew have that really strong start, and unfortunately, it's been the Fluffy show since then. Ooh, okay, something.
Also, Yoshi's at fat 104, so don't be counting them out early.
Yeah, well, that side B from Corrin hits really hard, even though we're not seeing it used that much.
Oh, that wouldn't have killed, but just going for that just goes to show that Jbandrew is certainly looking for those kill options, or at least, some big damage, some big hits. Tough spot to be in, man. It's always scary when the Yoshi walks up to the ledge, holds that shield, because they're ready to just jump out with an air.
Very interesting movement options between both of them.
Yeah.
Jband's certainly on the back foot right now. He's definitely looking a little bit nervous. Whoa, didn't get that conversion.
This is wild. This is like you're making someone fall down while you're playing basketball, but you refuse to score on them. I just want you to keep on doing it, okay? I'm not taking the shot, though.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like Allen Iverson just breaking some poor soul's ankles time and time again, and the guy's just like, please score.
I can't do it. I don't want to give you the ball. Eventually, AI does take it to the hole and does make the shot. 2 stocks to 1. Man. Fluffy is up and just keeping the lead. It's not a tremendous lead until you do things like that 50% off one opening.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
He's coming out.
Yeah, I want to see more of that. I'm surprised Jband's not opting to use Corrin's signature move, which is one of the tools that makes Corrin really difficult to deal with for a lot of the cast.
It's hard because with Yoshi's air acceleration, it's like you get put into such a rough spot. Like it's not as safe as it can seem, right? It's still a signature, but it's rough.
It's not the safest, but I will say that Fluffy isn't punishing it. Fluffy has not demonstrated their way out of punish it. Even the time the side B was just literally in Fluffy's face, and it could have just been a nair out of shield. Fluffy just held shield and waited for Jband to land. Oh wait, what are we? Alan,
Okay.
hey,
All right. Okay.
He's like, hey, hold up, brother. I'll come down there and hang out with you in the egg.
Okay. But what?
No, he deserves that. He deserves to lose a stock like that.
Wait for the J-Band special, okay? 5%. This is where it starts. Yeah, you're at 169. Yeah, you might not make it back. But if you do...
There's that shield. Yep. There's the nair.
God dang it.
Well, there was 5%.
I was a little, cause I'm just like, please, no nair out of shield. And then you didn't hit my shield. Cool, I'm a jumping there anyway. Yeah, rather convincing for Fluffy. Just really having a handle on what to do after the first stock. That first stock, really difficult. It looked like Jband was going to have it, but Fluffy took the stock first despite being at that large deficit and then just ran away with things.
Man, what a... what a game. There was just like...
Yeah.
There's like so much like there was stuff happening, but there wasn't. Like you hit it on the head with that analogy, man. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, let's see if Jband can find a way to turn this around. They have played against each other once before. It was 2-0 in Fluffy's favor, but Jband was playing Snake at the time, so this Corrin's a little bit different. The Corrin is doing some stuff. Like, he's able to get some good damage out, but it's just like he's having trouble not getting comboed and just closing out stocks in his own way.
Yeah, I think that's you nailed it on the head, Skiff. It's the closing the stocks out that is really the biggest issue. Which again, I hate to say it, but you got to do some more committal options. You know, Corrin is not a character that is really designed to just combo you to 150, 180% and get the kill. Corrin's a character that gets you to 100 and you explode. But if you're not doing the options to make your opponent explode, it's almost as if it's an uphill battle. You know, you're making it so much more difficult for yourself. But we'll see if Jband can make some adjustments. You know, also Olimar is only a sword character in the air. Pikmin are disjointed in the air. On the ground, they have hurt boxes and projectile priority. Someone in the chat asked that.
All right, well, right back to not Final Destination, excuse me, Battlefield. And one thing I'm kind of surprised that we're not seeing. Okay, there we go. We're seen a little bit of combos, but we're not seeing Jband. I feel like control that center space area enough. Like that nair from Corrin's absolutely ridiculous, man. It covers so much space and just basically you can just stop Yoshi from doing anything.
That's true. Corrin's nair is actually busted.
Yeah,
that move is so good. No one talks about it because no one talks about Corrin, but that move is so difficult to deal with.
No, you put that nair on like almost any other character, and it's absolutely insane.
I think even a space nair, Yoshi has to respect it and say, okay, you got it.
Yeah.
And then you have the mix-up of nair into side B afterwards for someone that tried to hit a button. Oh my, but you're not nairing anything from down there. Goodbye to that stock. Beautiful conversion from Fluffy.
Fluffy absolutely killing it right now. Hanging out off stage just for the hell of it. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, clean. Good punish right there.
AI out here just absolutely serving right now.
Oh, part two, okay. At 108, now here's the question. Is Jband going to be able to close the stock out before that 150, 160 mark? Because that's been the issue. And apparently almost does it. And that's kind of what I want to see more of, are those committal options to take the stock.
These eggs are super well placed, though.
Ooh.
Nothing scarier than, like, when you get spiked by your opponent and then your opponent just stands there. Like, what are you going to do about it? Like,
oh, not the egg lay. Okay, this man's end up okay. Good stuff. I mean, the Jband is unfortunately running out of time. You're at 99% on your second stock. You really got to start making some magic happen now.
Ooh.
And Fluffy is just doing so many things right. This is terrifying.
So the thing is about Fluffy is, Fluffy obviously is a very fantastic player, as we can see by that absolute devastating stock he just took. But he actually gets, he does very well in crew battles as well. I believe he's a part of Grunt Gang. And he's no stranger to actually going the distance, taking like 8+ stocks in the online crew battles here. I think we just had the Rise tournaments not too long ago. A bunch of people built their own crews, and he had like the second most stocks taken. He goes the distance often, so like his stamina is completely. He has no problem just waiting his, biding his time, getting his hits, closing out stocks when he needs to. So I think we're definitely kind of seeing that type of play style kind of being brought over to this tournament, and he's just like absolutely abusing these people, man, just making them work for it.
I'm witnessing it. And it's still continuing. Oh no. That was disgusting.
Fluffy's busted.
Yo, stage control wasn't enough. He wanted off-stage control as well. Jeez.
Want a game control. So give me your controller.
Everything on screen. That's mine. That's mine now.
Oh, goodness, dude.
Wow.
That's mine. That's mine.
That felt like the online representation of someone slapping your controller out of your hands.
Did you so when you said that's mine, did you see the comedian that made the joke about that?
No.
A comedian made a joke about they were like, nothing takes over a place better than a white girl. And they were like, they went to the Bronx in New York and were like, that's mine, and added Starbucks. And it was the most hilarious skit ever. I love all women, by the way, all people. Just throwing that out there, all ethnicities, disclaimer. But that comedian was hilarious.
I just love people, man. I promise. I love people.
I think
I was like, I knew where this
cool.
is going. Dogs, cats as well. Don't worry, But he's just like, that's mine. That's mine too. And they're like, how do you go to the hood in New York and just make it yours? Put up a Starbucks and call it a day.
If you build it, they will come.
Fluffy just did the battlefield.
Yep.
Fluffy said everything on this stage is mine. Everything on the screen is mine, including your stocks, including that victory that you thought you were going to get, and just really, really convincing victory and solid performance for Fluffy. I'm a little interested to see how Waddy's going to fare against Fluffy, because that Yoshi wasn't just good, it was confident, and that's what's terrifying.
Yep, and that's, I mean, he's going to have to be finding a way to get that all working against Waddy next, man. That's going to be a tough spot to fill. Waddy, again, one of the most consistent players in general, but, like, I feel like Yoshi does fairly well against both those characters that he would be playing, Mewtwo. I feel like, honestly, Rob's the play, but, like, I don't know. We'll have to see how Fluffy plays around that. I'm sure he's got plenty of Rob experience, so.
Yeah. Probably, I mean, Rob does do fantastic against, Yoshi, as you said, like, Rob has the disjoint. Rob doesn't have to land on top of you unless they want to. Rob has the projectile. They can edge guard well. The downside is the fact, of course, that Rob is a large character, and in theory, Fluffy is going to be able to juggle Rob for as long as they would like. But it's Waddy at the end of the day, so juggling Waddy is always a task in and of itself.
We'll definitely see how that plays out, but we're going to be getting into our next set here, which